Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. So, now that the Age of Triumph is here, the vendors reset the rolls on their gear weekly. So I'm going to start looking at that every Tuesday morning. We'll do a little vendor roll rundown with Death. That's what I might call it, vendor roll rundown with Death. That's a good name. I'm glad I thought of it. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about one specific gun. So I rolled up on the vendor and I'd heard some clamor, like, you know, Santa Claus on the roof, about the Parthian Shot that he has this week for sale. Now, this is a high-impact, low-rate-of-fire pulse rifle. Took a look at it and I said, oh my goodness, gotta buy that gun. So it took me a couple days, but I got around to buying it, and I've taken it into PvP and PvE, and it didn't disappoint. So if you want to get into the Parthian Shot, let's talk about it right now. So the Parthian Shot is a high-impact, low-rate-of-fire pulse rifle. It's the Vanguard pulse rifle. It's been here since the beginning of Rise of Iron. It'll be here till forever, I guess. But the rolls will change weekly. So this week we have a really nice setup. Let's talk a little bit about the Parthian Shot. I've used it before. I've put up videos on it before, I think, but I never got one I liked. I've never been a huge fan of these high-impact, low-rate-of-fire pulse rifles unless it's the Ludmilla D. And I cannot get the roll I want on that one yet. I haven't gotten it yet. But this one, Parthian Shot, who's got the last laugh now? Parthian Shot is what Parting Shot came from. I don't remember the history behind the name. I know it came from something, and I looked at it the first time I looked at this gun. But Parthian Shot and Parting Shot are the same thing. So basically, you're like kicking them as you're walking out the door. Anyway, the Parthian Shot, you can see it has, mine has max stability. This is the vendor roll for this week. So if you want this gun, you can pick it up. So what I like to do in my gun videos is go over the gun, talk about it, talk about the Pacific stats. You can't get them on the Eastern Seaboard, only on the Western Seaboard. The specific stats that I have on mine, what I've got, what I like about it, and then we'll talk about some PvE and PvP gameplay, and that's going to be a good time, let me tell you. So, Parthian Shot, this is the vendor version. You can go buy this right now. You got one day to do it, because once the weekly reset rolls around in Destiny, that was a mouthful, you're not going to be able to get this gun anymore. So if you're thinking about it, go ahead and pick it up. I can go ahead and tell you it's good. I'll dispel the myth already of the mystique of the video. It's definitely good. So we have I don't like the scopes though. It doesn't have any good scopes for me. But anyway, reflex, quick draw. Yep, there it is. And the OEG. I kind of like the OEG, but I found the most success with the reflex. I think the improved aim assist helps the most of the three scopes available. Quick draw is good for closer range engagements if you're doing PvP and you get on a closer map. That's one to grab. But the real story is in the talents here, and they are all good talents, but working together they are great. So we've got Outlaw, Brace Frame, Rangefinder. I'm not going to use Feather Mag. I'm not going to use Partial Refund because the other perks are so much better. I suppose you could use Feather Mag if you are used to the stability on this gun, but I prefer Brace Frame to turn it into a laser beam for longer range engagements. And Outlaw is just so useful because with Brace Frame, my mag size goes down to 21, starts out at 28, I believe. If I can get it to load up, it's not going to tell me. So I believe it's 28 in the mag, but if you use Brace Frame, it drops down to 21, which is actually an okay mag size for a low rate of fire, high impact pulse rifle. I don't find myself running out of ammo too often. So let's talk about PvE and PvP performance. So PvE, I bought this gun thinking about PvP only. Didn't really think about PvE. But I took it into PvP, did a daily mission, did some patrols, ran around and killed some things with it, and realized it's very good in PvE. The Outlaw perk on a pulse rifle with this archetype is very useful. I like using Outlaw. I like getting the headshots and getting the kills, getting the instant reload from those headshots. I would find that when I was doing PvE, I would, rather than wait to the end of the mag, I would just get a kill and go ahead and reload because Outlaw makes the reload so fast. So PvE, just immediately reload whenever you need to, whenever there's a slight break in the action of killing ads. Going up against majors though was a little bit tougher with this gun. The mag size there suffered a little bit. I couldn't quite take out some majors. I was going up against some knights. Ended up taking the fight a little bit long, so I would recommend if you're going to use this one for PvE, go for a shotgun as your backup or a sniper, something to take out majors. but this will be a really, really good ad clearing weapon from range. If you need some range to clear ads, it's a good one, because with Outlaw you're going to be reloading really, really fast. Rangefinder and brace frame will make it into a distanced weapon. Pulse rifles already have pretty good distance, so PvE, solid. I would give it an A-. It actually surprised me in PvE, but in PvP is where I was really astounded. So when I first bought this gun, I was thinking, what gun of the week do I need to buy? Because obviously I can't buy every gun that's got a great roll, and I would never be able to use all of them. So I was like, well, this one kind of stuck out to me. I heard the most about it from Reddit and kind of seen it on Twitter when people were looking around at the vendor rolls. So I decided to get the Parthian Shot, thinking PvP is going to be where it's at, and it did not disappoint. It actually surprised me even more. I was looking at brace frame and rangefinder thinking, oh, it's going to be a laser beam. It's going to have really, really good accuracy. Then I started getting headshots. Then I started getting headshot kills. And then I started reloading. And I went, oh, my goodness. That's what's going on here. So if you are accurate from distance, play a little bit slower with this gun. Look at the hallways. Play the range shots. And you get some headshots and you get some reload. And this gun will be your best friend. I mean, I was getting kills surprisingly well, even in closer range engagements when I wasn't getting all headshots. People were just going down to 3 bursts. I believe it'll 2 bursts. It does 34 to the head, 32 to the head, I think. 32 or 34. I think it was 34 to the head or 35. And added up, I think it did 204. If you could get 2 headshot bursts, it would do 204 damage, which will take pretty much any Guardian out, I think, other than like the Ram Warlocks or something like that. So this is going to be a 2-burster for a lot of occasions if you can land consistent headshots. And in PvP, I can't, but I was having a lot of success 3-bursting most people. So that's kind of how I enjoyed this gun. The laser beam, the brace frame, the Outlaw. It was a really, really fun time. Really good gun. Surprised me. I did a lot of things that I didn't expect it to do, and I've never liked this gun. I've always gotten rolls that I just didn't like. I'd use it, I didn't like it, throw it away. This one I'm keeping. I'm holding on to it. So in PvP, I'm gonna give this one a solid A. Solid A in PvP. So that's the Parthian Shot. What do you think about it? Did you pick this one up? Do you think it's the best roll of the week? And if not, what do you think is the best roll in the vendors of the week? You better let us know. So we've only got one day to look around and see what else they got. What are you selling, Sweeperbot? You got anything for sale? Are you going to be here? He's going to be here forever. Are you the one that Cade was talking to in that commercial? Maybe. But no, which guns do you think are the best? Which guns do you want me to take a look at? Let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to really get some ideas from you guys. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget, all tips from YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon go towards Guardian Con St. Jude's charity. I'll be doing that when they are doing the charity stream. But until then, and until next time, I'm Death Above, and I will see you later. That's a good shot. See you, bye.